Ooh, look at them waves, look at them waves. Ooh, man, I'm getting seasick. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, not the boy, Big Corner Bender. It's been a long ass time. Please forgive me, man. Been getting a lot of stuff situated. Switched accounts with the new job. Lot of life, you know, and just getting into a relationship. Some people probably thought I already had a woman, but we was exclusively seeing each other. Now we official, like a ref with a whistle. You hear me? So, just spent a lot of time with her. We did some great stuff for her birthday weekend. Wish I could have recorded it, but I only got this phone. I got an iPhone, but it's the iPhone 11. I'm thinking about getting the iPhone Air just so I can use that phone to make content and free up this phone, because I talk to my baby a lot. My cousin, my brother, my sister, my auntie, social media, everything comes through right here. So it can get a little hard at times, and it's the reason why I've been really super slow with the content. But here I am. Please like, subscribe. Please keep supporting your boy. Tell me what you want me to do. I've been thinking about doing like a little pre-trip or going over something you can expect for your first year getting in to the industry. Shout out to my brother Nice, getting his CDL in the process right now. Just finished his first week learning general knowledge, air brakes, miles, DOT regulation, all that good stuff. So shout out to him, and shout out to this coffee, and to all the men of strength and women out there on the road making sacrifices. But I have been recording, so it's not like I haven't been doing anything, you know. As you know, I kind of changed the intro up a little bit. I did lose some stuff. I was cleaning out my phone, and I end up deleting the Big Corner Bender intro with the truck and the smoke, and I didn't want to have to go through that again. And I should have made a backup file, which I didn't. You know, you live and you learn, right? So I'm out here in Lafayette. It's about roughly like 8 a.m. Appointment not until 9. So why not use this time for you guys, right? And for a Bitcoin vendor to really come through and get back to what I was planning on doing, you know. But like, subscribe, click the buttons down below. Stay tuned. Like I said, let me know your feedback. Let me know if you want to get into trucking or whatever questions you might got, right? But I said this on the first video, I don't want to just make this a whole truck page, right? So my life, right? So me and my boo, me and my baby, you feel me? Going to New York, I believe in May. That's gonna be a dope ass trip. Never been to New York. I'm lying. I've been to New York. I've only really driven through New York a few times, and then when I did stop in New York, it was like in the countryside. So I've never been able to just stop and explore. So this time I get to do that with my baby. It's gonna be fun. A couple Jamaican restaurants that I want to try. So definitely fun to get on some fatback activities. And then hopefully me and my cousin are planning on going to South Africa in, I believe, August or a little bit after that. So we're still trying to set up that, but we're gonna go to Durban, South Africa, and then Durban for 2 days, and then for 5 days we're either gonna fly out to Cape Town or fly out to Johannesburg. Cape Town, Johannesburg, either one, you can't go wrong. But if you love the water like I do, you probably want to prefer Cape Town. My cousin, I don't even think his ass know how to swim, so Joburg probably more his style. But like I said, you can't go wrong with either or. So this year, gonna be a lot of firsts for me. I never really too much traveled or took vacations too much besides like going to state over or for work related purposes. The only 2 vacations I really had, one I was like 19, went out to Carson, California, which is in the Los Angeles area. Real nice. Was out there for like a month and a half, and then went to Vegas. So I went to Vegas, I believe, twice, but I was under 21. It was a free trip. I would never recommend anybody under 21 go to Vegas. But then in 2021, I went to South Beach, and that was my first vacation. And obviously I booked everything, did everything, and my ex had came with me. Well, she wasn't my ex at the time, but that shit was, I was better off going by myself. I'm gonna just say that. Cheers to that. But so hopefully these 2 trips I can make some content, probably have my other phone, maybe get a GoPro or something, something to make this a little bit better for y'all guys and for me. But I do kind of like the aspect of how I do it, It's real. It's raw. It's that homemade POV. Hey, get your mind out the gutter. But, hey, shout out to January. This shit is almost over with. Like, we just hit the big 26, right? And it's almost already February. Like, it's literally outside the door right now. But good month for me and all the blurs and people that just fan of anime. Like me, you can already tell what I'm a big fan of. Shout out to my baby who got me this for my birthday. But I've been binging. I'm not even gonna say binging, but I've been bouncing around from Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen, rewatching some old One Piece stuff, Fire Force, To Be a Hero, what is it? So I just finished Dan Dadan, the new season of Ragnarok, which is not real new, but the latest season, I think they just dropped last year on Netflix. So Ragnarok is dope. And then The Water Magician, which is pretty fire to me. And then there was Lord of Mysteries, which I was watching, but that shit, I tell you, if you not paying attention, you not gonna understand what the is going on. I promise you, you know. But yeah, definitely good month for anime. The One Piece manga is fire, and a lot of people be hating on anime, but a lot of us grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, or Pokemon. Some even watch Digimon. So you watch anime, but the anime is like food. You got so many different flavors, so many different styles of anime. You got the slice of life, you got comedy, you got sports, romantic, drama, action, adventure, love, fantasy, sci-fi. You got ones for the little pervs out there in the world. Okay, probably not, but no, yeah, probably so. If you like the waifus, and if you know, you know. But with the new company, y'all, been smooth. Story time. I was supposed to get into a trainer position, but I was in Pennsylvania, I don't know, somewhere, and I was in this tight street. There was a tractor parked on the side. I was going to the main street to leave to drop my trailer, and a semi pulled in, and it's a tight street, y'all, and I was like, go, and he didn't want to go, so I went, and the back end of my trailer broke off the tractor's driver's side. Well, it didn't knock it off. The back piece of his driver side mirror. You know, shit happened, you know. So yeah, that put a pause into my training right there. Well, to be in the trainer, which is fine. But I was doing regional, and then they asked me if I wanted to do this new dedicated account for Ollie's with a guaranteed pay. I was like, oh, I'm like, that's kind of sweet. And we got some communicating to do, you know, because yeah, it's not making sense, you know. I think I was better off doing the Midwest routes that I was doing. I don't really go too far northeast, maybe like mid lower Pennsylvania, or I shoot out to like Baltimore, right? But that's about it. And then I'm open to the southeast, southwest, which is rare that they shoot me those, but every once in a while. But I think I might have them open me up to just doing the West Coast as well. You know, got to chase them white lines, baby. Not those white lines. But this is my first winter driving, right? I drove when I was doing flatbed last year. I had drove in the winter, but it was like I started in like late January, and that was really Midwest, and I did like a lot of runs to like Wisconsin, Michigan, sometimes North Dakota, Minnesota, stuff like that. So it got pretty hectic, but it wasn't as bad as this year, or maybe it was. But like I said, when I was driving, I started late January, and I go out to those regions, but like a lot of times I might just go to Indiana and then come back to Illinois. I might shoot out to Iowa, back to Illinois. Might go to Louisville, Kentucky, back to Illinois. And then every once in a while, Detroit, or wherever else I was going. But this time, like, I've started at the beginning. I was here before winter even hit, you know, so it was real nervous. I was real nervous, cause I'm still new with winter driving. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I despised or hated driving in the winter, or the thought of doing so. So when my first 2 years when of having my CDL, when it got close, the other one I had quit because of the pay, which was close to winter time. Then when winter hit, I was like, let me just wait till winter's over. And then that's what I did. I got back into trucking, and then wintertime came, and then that time I was like, let me swerve real quick and go do something else, and then get back into it. But last year at the beginning, stuck to it. Had to get back in the game. I took a year off of trucking, I was working at a rehab facility, which was awesome. Met a lot of great people. Seeing people that had passed away that we tried to help. Man, it was a lot, you know. Good, bad, whatever. But it was a amazing experience to have and to communicate with so many different people, and people tell you that you help make a change in their lives or help push them to do better. So to the ones out there sober or fighting addiction and going through rehab or thinking about it, stay strong, keep your head up. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to get help, you know, and don't let anybody peer pressuring you to live a lifestyle that doesn't fit or suit you. And like I always say, health is wealth, right? But yeah, so got back into trucking, like I said, January, like I said, right? First winter truly experience, and then this one was my first full winter experience, and I ain't gonna lie, man, it got shaky sometimes. Like two or 3 weeks ago, I was in Wisconsin, and it was snowing real bad. I had pulled over, and I guess like that same night or whatever, there was a pile up either down the road or up ahead. But either way, I avoided it. I was going like 30 miles an hour, and my trailer was just shaking ass. I was like, oh no, we can't do that. And then all right, so my phone had died. Um, Basically, y'all got the gist of what I was saying. I'm not, but I just wanted to add this little part in there, let y'all know that's not how it was supposed to end. But you know what? It is what it is. That's what you get when you don't have your phone charging overnight, or even charging while you're making a video on 20%. But hey, drink some water or get you some electrolytes. Start your morning off right. Do what you got to do. Get this money, peace, love, prosperity, all that jazz. Officially, your man BCB, not BBC, Big Corner Bender, bending out. We working on it, right?